Hello and welcome to your May 2018 Aries Taurus new moon. This is occurring on Tuesday, May 15th, right after the Sunday. We celebrate Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all, birth mothers, surrogate, and adoptive mothers. This is a day that is a beautiful celebration of life through the mother energy, that nurturing, compassionate, loving energy. And for those of us who have not necessarily experienced that in a consistent and loving way, this day can be extremely difficult. In fact, it can be even more difficult than the holidays around November and December. And so I want to remind everyone that Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck and readings are specifically designed for individuals who are experiencing mama drama trauma. These new full moon, quarterly, and lunar new year readings are specifically to assist us in remaining vigilant and understanding our divinity, that we do in fact have access to the mother of all mothers within us, that yin energy within us that we directly connect to with the lunar cycle. So you may not have MDT, but your spouse may have it, your in-laws, adoptive children, families that you've been adopted into, close friends. It affects us all, and it does spill over into all aspects of our lives. Co-workers, managers, people who have issues that we can really boil them down to telltale signs of MDT. I'll put the link below to the telltale signs of MDT that are posted on the Mama Drama Trauma YouTube channel. If you do have mama drama trauma, then you are experiencing some form of emotional or physical abandonment or abuse on a consistent basis as a result of your birth mother, adoptive or surrogate mother's inability, unavailability, or unreadiness, unwillingness to heal her own mama drama trauma. It is a vicious family cycle. So Great Mother has a special Mother's Day message for you. I will also post that link at the bottom in the links below. When this deck was channeled to me, Great Mother was very clear about wanting to connect with her children, most estranged and alienated from her due to our birth mother experience. Not about victimization, shame, or guilt. This is about aligning ourselves with our true identity as children of the Great Mother, Father, God. Because, of course, we cannot heal mama drama trauma on our own. We need to surrender to a higher power that is able to heal a wound of void as deep as that. And so the vigilance and remembering our divinity as being dearly loved children of the Great Mother, Father, God, who are never judged, condemned, or left alone, is a universal identity. But again, as Great Mother has shared with me, an identity that her children, most alienated from her love, need to know. And with that, from the mother of all mothers, now for the new moon in Aries Taurus. Welcome, Sagittarius, Capricorn, moon sign people, to your Taurus new moon. This is an Aries Taurus new moon on Tuesday the 15th. You have a very strong fifth house energy with this new moon. Aries Taurus is 5 houses from the first house of the collective celestial unconsciousness of Sagittarius Capricorn, which is where Saturn is residing for the next year or so. It's been there since about the 18th of December and has really been challenging us with its home placement in Sagittarius Capricorn to focus on why we are here. And so MDT really brings the point home, doesn't it? And we are here to evolve in self-love and spiritual independence. Many life experiences can be summarized as such in terms of their purposeful intent. However, none quite like this. And you are approaching the new moon with a feeling of rebirth, regeneration. You are expressing yourself in new ways based on what you have received in your intuitive guidance, in your soul downloads from the Sidereal Jyotish Vedic astrology, where your Sagittarian soul nature resides. Now, with that, you are probably feeling a little playful. You're probably feeling a little bit more like yourself these days. It's very, very telling with this fifth house energy, because it does have to do with expression. It does have to do with your childlike self, the explorative self. Maybe you have had a child, which is why this is so new to you. Maybe you have adopted a child who has MDT, and you are in a whole new place in your life, because this Aries Taurus new moon is conjunct Mercury and Uranus. So this new way of communicating, this new way of expressing yourself, and after a 7-year stint in Aries, Uranus finally makes it into Taurus on the 15th, on this new moon. And so what is Uranus? The planet of soul expression, the planet of soul genius, of, in terms of lunar language, we talk about internal rebirth and generation. We talk about change through liberation, and our lives changing over this 7-year period according to the house that it's in. And it will be in Taurus for the next 7 years, in your fifth house for 7 years. And so this is just the beginning. It's only going to get better. Your transformative opportunity is to own your personal power. Speaking of power, Mars is in your second house. And so that second house, Taurian values, principles, what's important to you, what makes life worth living energy is so strong right now that you can express it with abandon, and really feel that you are being supported in your internal space. In other words, there's not a lot of internal conflict going on with you right now, Sagittarius, Capricorn moon people. You really have gained a great deal of clarity. This is the gut chakra waxing gibbous moon phase, and so it's a gut knowing that you have. You feel grounded. You do have the support of Glinda the Good Witch giving you those ruby red slippers, your birthright to be happy, healthy, and whole. And the witch is in the shadow position trying to take the shoes, but she has no power here. She has no power here. So what a powerful greeting of the new moon. And so as you plan and plot this lunar season, Sagittarius, Capricorn moon people, think of your wishes in terms of what is going to further buttress this very powerful sense of self that you have. Great Mother does not want you to overlook the fact that although some parts of it may not be as clear as you'd like, or you have come to some clarity about your power, about your rebirth, about this new life that you have perhaps sacrificed a prior life to commit to, you don't have all the information yet. It is all in your third eye, in your inner eye. And so she's encouraging you to trust the process. She's encouraging you to really stay grounded in what you know, which is that this is the right thing for you, which is that you have not gone through this resurrection process, which did require sacrifice, which is giving up something of value for something of greater value for nothing. You did not do that for nothing. You did it to be emancipated, and you are.
breathe. Just breathe. Take it in. There's no place like home. There's no place like that internal space of home. There's no place like it. The balsamic moon phase that has to do with the download from our soul space. That's the lunar phase where our downloads are clearest because we're about to enter the new moon. So if you're watching this right before the new moon, you know what I'm talking about. This message is resonating with you in a particular way about a particular thing that you have made a transformative choice and are having a transformative experience through and about at this time, and it is making you in your heart of hearts feel free. There may, again, still be some concern with this first quarter energy, but first quarter energy with the third eye, again, that inner eye, that inner knowing is first quarter moon. Making a choice to face the challenge and act on that choice is what you're doing. That's first quarter moon energy. Facing the challenge of what is before you and acting on the decision that you've made to be reborn. The decision has already been made. You have this fifth house energy, which is all about your creativity and your self-expression. And so you're on your way. All paths have been cleared. That's what I'm getting. All paths clear. You know, you hear that when you're flying the pilots and, you know, air traffic control. We're clear for landing. We're clear for takeoff. You're clear for takeoff. You might be landing. Wherever you are in your journey, you are free. You are so free. You have wild woman energy. This is the new moon throat chakra card. Speaking of self-expression, right? You have this new moon energy that is all about this pioneering soul spirit that is needing to be grounded in the world. And through your intuitive space of Sagittarius, this is happening from a higher knowing place. This is happening from your soul guru space of its collective knowing over and through many lifetimes. And that is how you're receiving this information, and you are acting on it, reacting with an emotional response in the Western Capricorn moon sign that is wanting to ground it in the world in practical ways. This is wild energy for you because there is so much that you may feel needs to be done. Well, you know how they say it's hard by the yard, but inch by inch it's a cinch. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. And so, you know, it might be feeling like, oh, wow, you know, what am I going to do? Or as this scene in The Wizard of Oz, the sign when they were on their way to the witch's castle, I wouldn't go any further. If I were you, I would turn back. They were so close to getting that broom, and of course right before the goal there's some challenges that we are confronted with, or rather some tests that we may have. And the test for you at this particular time is gaining further clarity from your higher self about what you are creating anew in your life at this time. You are truly in this second chakra waxing gibbous moon phase energy, which is all about clearly stating your wants and your needs in a way that reflects where you are now in real time, not based on the past, not based on even a month ago, based on where you are now. You are creating a new self, and this card is in your shadow position, and so you may not be completely clear about that, but that is exactly what you're doing and what you are being encouraged to really focus and pay attention to. What you're dancing with is this openness and this, wow, you know, so much is happening and I'm clear to go and do this. What am I going to do first? You know, almost like letting kids free in an amusement park type of emotional energy, that it may be a little scary. You know, that it may be a little scary. You're not scared though. You're moving right past that sign that says, you know, if I were you, I'd turn back. And so just like Dorothy and the Three, you're moving right past it. But before they got there, didn't the lion jump out of that window in Oz's castle when he heard that they were going to have to get the witch's broom? And so the witch's broom is your personal power. That's why they had to get it. No one can take our power back for us. So part of this process of rebirth for you has a great deal to do with owning your personal power, or for you taking your power back. So if you are just taking off, you are going on a yellow brick journey, and it might be a little scary to open up to the reality of what is truly in your heart, the crossroads between the ego and the soul, and owning your personal power. If you have landed, however, the rebirth of self-expression for you has to do with going out and living it in the world, as you have made the sacrifices you've already needed to make to get it, to get that power, to own that power. So wherever you are in this process, remember, with the general reading, people will be in various places, viewers, regarding the lunar cycle. We do not make readings based on one aspect. We consider all aspects because we are made of all things, and when you get a moon sign reading, we do look at all aspects, but even with an emphasis on the lunar energies. But with these readings, just be aware that some of you will be landing the plane and you have your power, but it's so new, the people around you or you yourself, how you've lived your life. When you go back home, you're going to be throwing some stuff out. You're going to be getting some new stuff in. You're going to be having some new friends. You're not going to be talking to, who you used to talk to so much, etc., etc., living it out. And others will be just going out into the foray to bring the broom back, which is what the Nefertiti card is. In order to facilitate the rebirth, your divine expression with this fifth house energy and the Aries, Taurus, new moon, Sagittarius, Capricorn moon people, it's very important for you to own your beauty. There is a beauty in you. There is an exquisite, delightful gorgeousness within your very spirit that has taken you to this place, whether you're landing or taking off. And you have followed the guidance to get you here. And it's been serendipitous, and you haven't had every detail and everything lined out for you, but somehow, some way, here you are. Here you are, and suddenly things are becoming clearer. So just as Dorothy has returned with the broom to Oz, showing him that she indeed has taken her power back, that is what is going to facilitate your rebirth process and your self-creation anew. Recognize the beauty within you and what it has taken for you to arrive at this place in this space and time. Now, your outcome is definitely speaking to the faith that you have had to get you to where you are with the Adi Shakti Primordial Mother card. This is a waning gibbous moon card, which is about releasing that full moon energy with a sense of gratitude for what has blossomed, what has come to full illumination during the full moon, and gratitude for having released those weeds that were not supporting where you needed to go. Sometimes our new moon wishes have weeds in them, and by this period of the moon we realize, oh, okay, this is how it manifested. Just as Dorothy in the Twister dream is in a state of diversion from where she thought she would be. She thought that she was going to be leaving the farmhouse, and then she came back home and was confronted with the Twister. She thought she was going to see Aunt Em and Uncle Henry, didn't see them. Back and forth, didn't know where you were going, or you may not be exactly clear where you're going now as you've landed or as you're taking off. But Great Mother will divert our path in ways to get us in a course corrected energetic field to ride the wave of the celestial support that is available to us, as well as our angels, guides, and ancestors to support our desires, to support what our authentic, our genuine soul wants and needs are. Of course, the wants are more of an egoic, emotional side, and so what you want to think of in terms of your Capricorn moon sign. There are some things that you want to experience this lifetime, that you may have some attachment attachments to. And on the soul level, the soul is always about what we need. So maybe one of your new moon wishes could be that you want all attachment to excessive accumulation totally lifted from me. I want to enjoy and just appreciate my life. And so we know our life is not made up of things, it's made up of experiences. And the more we focus on what we want to experience, the more we appreciate the things we have, and the energy that we live in is much more productive and much more supportive of what our soul needs in this lifetime. You've been doing a lot of work with regard to that. You're being encouraged to do more. So check out the new moon wishes at greatmotherspeaks.info that will be posted below. And of course, you add your own or just establish your very own wishes for this new moon, and we'll see what comes forward during the full moon next time as Great Mother Speaks. Thank you so much for joining us, but above all and most of all, hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. And remember, Great Mother loves you, and I do too.
For more information about Mama Drama Trauma, visit mamadramatrauma.info.